Welcome to the Football Foodie. Today we're going to be recapping what I got right on Champions League, what I unfortunately got wrong, and I'm going to be giving you my predictions for the teams that are going to go on to the next round of Champions League. This video, we're just going to be talking about predictions. My next video, for every prediction that I got wrong and the teams that don't move forward, I'm going to be eating these. Lay's chips from China. Squid flavor. Interesting. You know what? This actually doesn't even sound like it should be a punishment. This sounds like it should be a treat, to be honest. But here's the kicker. I'm going to be drenching them. Well, a little bit of them. For every team that I got wrong. In this Mexican hot sauce. El Yucateco triple extra hot sauce. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There's literally 3 X's in there. I don't know if this is saying that this came from a strip club, or if this is really spicy, but if I unfortunately get some teams wrong, I'm going to be trying this with the squid flavored chips. This is definitely a formula for a massive stomach ache. So hopefully I don't get anything wrong and I can just enjoy my Chinese squid chips and give you guys a good review. But when I start getting them wrong and slipping, we unfortunately got to put this on. If you guys know of any other hot sauces you want me to try with these chips, leave a comment below and I definitely will give it a shot as well. Start off with the teams that I got wrong. One of them really disappointed me. Arsenal versus Sporting. Sporting, they played very good this game. Thought they would walk away with a tie at home and they would go into England in a better position, but unfortunately they lost 1-0 in the dying minutes to Arsenal at home. And it's very unfortunate. Sporting had their opportunity. Sporting just seemed like they were playing with confidence. They were definitely a team that looked like they could dominate and have their chances to win this game. But unfortunately, they didn't capitalize. Arsenal capitalized in the dying minutes with a Kai Havertz goal. This substitution, I was literally just saying, I'm like, well, it's a good thing Odegaard's off. Well, I guess it wasn't for Sporting fans because Kai Havertz came in and he scored the winning goal for Arsenal. Arsenal go back home with a 1-0 lead. It's going to be a very tough task for Sporting. I unfortunately think the Cinderella run of Sporting ends here. It's very impressive that they beat Bodo and coming back to win 5-0 at home. I'm very impressed about that, but I think that this is a great season for Sporting, and unfortunately, this is where their Champions League story ends. But hey, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I just don't really want to eat that hot sauce, but we'll see in the next leg of Champions League. Now, let's get to a prediction that I got right. Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. Real Madrid, they just can't wait for the season to end. This has not been a good season for them. Their locker room's in turmoil. They're suffering massive injuries. Every player is scared of getting carded right now in this leg of Champions League. It's just a tough task for Real Madrid to put it all together and to play a team like Bayern Munich, who they seem to be like they're in form. They're ready to win this. Bayern Munich, I think, can win Champions League. It definitely showed in the first leg against Real Madrid. Playing at the Bernabeu, Bayern Munich looked really confident. Real Madrid did have their chances as well, but they just didn't seem to have the energy that Bayern did. Bayern, they seem really dominant, and like I predicted, Bayern would win this game. I just thought the score would be 2-0. Good on Real Madrid getting that goal. It's going to be a tough task for Real Madrid to walk away with a win in Munich. But hey, crazier things have happened. I think that Bayern is going to win comfortably at home the next leg, 2-0. And unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately for the Real Madrid players, they're just waiting for the season to end, go to the World Cup, and start all over again next season. The locker room must not be like a really pleasant place to be right now. I hope that Real Madrid can probably fix their locker room issues and come back next season with a more interested and engaged team. Will they be signing some Galacticos to compensate for their failures if they don't make it to the next round of the Champions League? I'm not sure, but I could definitely see Florentino Perez doing something out of left field due to the season that they're having. Real Madrid, they look like they're coming into the summer window ready to sign a couple of Galacticos, but unfortunately, they don't look like they're ready to win Champions League this season. All right, let's talk about the other team from Madrid, Atletico Madrid. Now, this one shocked me. I thought Barcelona at home, they had this in the bag, but no. Good on Atletico Madrid for capitalizing off of a Barcelona red card in the first half, and they ended up winning 2-0. And this was definitely a game that I thought Barcelona would easily win 2-0. But hey, looks like the tables have turned, and Atletico Madrid, they ended up capitalizing and putting a solid effort in Camp Nou. Very hard place to play. I'm very impressed that Atletico Madrid walked away with this win. We'll see if they could hold on at home. I personally think they're just going to park the bus and it's going to be very boring soccer. I would put my money on Atletico Madrid to advance to the next round of Champions League, especially if Julian Alvarez is taking the free kicks. That first goal, very nice free kick. Good on Julian Alvarez coming up big and capitalizing in the moment after your team receives an advantage and seeing your opponent get a red card. Atletico Madrid, they're going to go on to the semifinals of Champions League. That's just my prediction. Now, let's go to a team that I did get right, and the last one. PSG versus Liverpool. Liverpool, I just feel bad for you guys, and I'm a United fan at heart. This isn't a good season for you guys. You guys don't seem interested. You guys seem gassed out. A lot of players are leaving this summer. Slot went from being on top of the world to that quickly. Unfortunately, this happens to some big teams. It really does. Liverpool, they're on the receiving end of some bad luck. But hey, you also got to give credit to PSG. They're defending Champions League winners, and they look really impressive as well, winning convincingly 2-0. PSG, I think, can definitely repeat as Champions League winners. They looked really, really good. They just seem like a team that builds up confidence the more that they play. So let's just see if PSG can put on for the next leg against Liverpool. I really like PSG's odds. Liverpool, they just seem gassed. They're like Real Madrid. They're just waiting for the season to end. We'll see what Liverpool does in the transfer window to compensate all the injuries that they had and the players that are leaving as well. Don't be shocked if PSG wins Champions League again. That's just my prediction. I'm only predicting that they're going to the next round, by the way. So you guys can't go back and say, you didn't eat hot sauce because PSG didn't win Champions League. I didn't say that. I'm just predicting they're going on to the next round, okay? Don't really want to screw up my stomach with this. So thank you for watching this episode of the Football Foodie. Like I mentioned as well in the past videos, we will be giving a giveaway. I will be giving more details of that on my final prediction video coming up later on this week. Stay tuned. We're going to be reviewing some healthy stuff as well and some other fun Lay's products from Asia. If you guys have any food suggestions or any hot sauce suggestions that I should be trying, please leave a comment below and I'll give you my review about it. Once again, thank you for watching the Football Foodie. If you haven't, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.